Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. I want to go to the Duke and be like, "Yo, my house. It's my house. Don't take my house away from me. Billie Jean is not my lover."
Indeed.
So I'm gonna say, I'm gonna be like, "Billie Jean is not my lover. She's just a girl who thinks that I am the one." "22 hours, let's go." I'm glad at least that you don't have to, like, go in between the different places, right? I'm just kind of going down the list at this point of what I'm building for the Cade Noir, because I'm just like, it doesn't matter. Hi, Captain Caveman, how are you? I've been clearing out the basement for some other dude. No. No, it's my house. Hey, Chancellor. Thank you for coming, Arlune. I've been trying to track you down for some time. This is Marshal Foran, Earl Badamar's military advisor. He will serve as witness for the proceeding. Well met, Road Warden. Your reputation precedes you. I admit you've created a bit of a stir throughout the nobility with your reclamation of Cade Noir. Most are still not sure what to think of you. Get to the point, ya dick. The legitimacy of your claim to Cade Noir is in question. Earl Badamar has issued a ruling on the matter. Cade Noir was abandoned for over a century, and I've claimed the land through strength of arms. My claim is legitimate. If there were no other claimant, you would be correct. Unfortunately, this is not the case. All will be made clear once Lord Gathbin arrives. Do you have any questions for me while we wait? Do you know which way Earl Badamar has ruled? I'm sorry, my lord, I do not. The Earl's decree is sealed. What was that about Road Warden? The one who rules Cade Noir on behalf of the Earl of Yenwood is traditionally known as the Road Warden. Your position might not be entirely official yet, but the title is an appropriate form of address. Tell me, what do you know of Gathbin? While I've met him but once, it was ample time to determine the character of Lord Gathbin, or lack thereof. He is descended from an old Adiran line that predates the War of Defiance. His great-grandfather, Rannig Gathbin, was the Earl of Yenwood during the war. That is, until he was stripped from his lands and driven from the Deerwood. Yenwood? When the Deerwood was a mere colony of Adir, it was divided into 9 earldoms. When the Adirans were defeated and ultimately driven out, 2 of the earldoms were absorbed and borders were adjusted. The Yenwood was one such earldom. The Grasp is now the largest of the 7 earldoms after it consumed the pre-war earldom of Yenwood. It encompasses noble settlements such as New Heomar, Garion's Grasp, Gilded Vale, and, of course, Cade Noir. Of course. Tell me about Earl Badamar. Earl Badamar comes from an esteemed line of lords that rose to prominence after the War of Defiance, some 150 years ago. The Direwood consists of 7 earldoms. The Badamars govern the northern earldom known as the Grasp. As to the current Badamar, he is as fine a man as I know. It is an honor to serve him. I don't have any more questions. Here comes that dick now. Look at him. He looks like a dick. Look at me. I'm gonna murder him. That's perfect murdering stance. An opulently dressed man strides toward the Chancellor, his sandy hair trailing him like a banner caught in a light breeze, boot heels echoing throughout the hall. An elven woman with cropped hair, dressed in dark, glinting mail, shadows his steps before taking position alongside him. She watches you unabashedly, taking your measure. Let's move past this formality as quickly as possible. I've other matters to attend to. It is well known that Caed Noir belongs to me by right. And where is this pretender? She who murdered the Raedricks, my own sister and her husband, and steals my land. Where is this low-born wretch? Warren clears his throat and glances at you. This woman here, this is the Lady of Caed Noir. I thought she was just another servant, perhaps a valet or a scullery maid. Can we get on with this, please? Regarding the matter of the Gathbin claim on Caed Noir, Earl Baedemar finds that the Gathbin claim was never relinquished. By law, Caed Noir is the rightful property of the Gathbin family. Get fucked! Ah! I knew it. God damn it. I'm not yet finished reading, my lord. However, the Earl recognizes Arlune's part in reclaiming Caed Noir, a site that has stood abandoned and even, some would say, cursed for over a century. Before Caed Noir is returned to the Gathbin family, the Earl has decreed that Lord Gathbin will provide compensation in the form of absolutely not, my lord. The amount is quite reasonable, and a requirement for your land to be returned to you, if you'll just allow me to finish. I'll not pay a single copper to this miscreant from my ancestral land. Do you think I'm blind to the Earl's motives, lackey? He thinks he can send a message with this insult. I have a message you can send that son of a whore. Gathbin raises an open hand as the Chancellor shrinks from him, arms raised in defense. I'm gonna grab his arm. I wish I could punch him, but I don't think that's a good idea. Keep your hands off me, you peasant! The elven woman deftly draws a pistol from her thick leather belt, her eyes widen in anticipation. My lord, my lady, please, there's no need for further violence. I'll be coming for what's mine. Count on it. Come, Captain Emery, we're leaving. Wow. Well, I can't say that Gathbin's reaction was entirely unexpected. Through no fault of your own, I'm afraid you've made a powerful enemy. He did seem a little upset, didn't he? I've heard he's always been vicious, even as a boy, and he can hold a grudge for a very long time. In any case, Caed Noir now officially belongs to you, since Lord Gathbin has rejected the Earl's decree. Here, this belonged to one of the old lords of Caed Noir. By right, it is yours now. Oh my god, I can just give him money? Oh, he would hate that. Oh, he would hate that so much. Oh, I want to fucking kill him. Oh, I should invite him to feast with me and then kill him. He'll totally hate me if I send him the money, though. Yeah, I'm gonna invite him. I'm gonna be clever. I'm gonna be fucking clever. Invite him to come dine with me, and then I'll murder him! It was a pleasure to finally meet you. Perhaps we'll speak again under more pleasant circumstances. Okay.
Greetings.
Hey! Hey, yay! Okay, I'm good.
Odin Talesh died 18 Majavernho 2808.
Third battle of Cleaban Relock. Blazing Glanfather names, I swear. Raid Saris? I'll be the effigy. He fought for Raid Saris.
What?
Why'd he fight for Raid Saris?
I don't know. Either do I. But he had to have a good reason. That's just who he was.
We gotta go there. That battlefield. The one I said. I don't know how else I'm gonna make sense of all this. I gotta see what he saw.
Okay, whatever.
And who knows, maybe his spirit will even be there and you can have one of your weird talks with him. Worth trying, right?
I'll help however I can.
I appreciate that. I wish I could say you won't regret it, but you certainly might.
I have a culinary degree, but I'm just like as much of a culinary degree as like Hannibal, probably. Okay. Equip the thing. I got a cool thing. Soulbound Scepter, two-handed. Binds with Wizard, Priest, Druid. Speed fast. Bluestone Scepter. Oh, damn. Bind soul. No. We'll bind it to what's his butt. No, not to Arloon. To Aloth. Boom! Cool. Look at how cool and glowy it is. Aloth, why do you have such weird eyebrows? Okay. That's under there, that's under there. Twin Elms, there's a cave, Woodend Plains, Deerford Village. We could go so many places. Yeah, but he also cooked humans, Kane. Don't take me off and then go to dinner. Yeah, best idea. Okay. Weird eyebrows, stupid rod. This guy just can't win. No. He's my least favorite Mercer. Okay. We need to go to Deerford. Deerford. Going to Deerford. BT Dubs. Hi, drummer boy. That party's walking speed is off the charts. Better believe it. We are 10 sub points away from 800 sub points. Let's fucking... Whoa! You could have just refused. You could have forgotten all about the theories of Pangram, but you had to go and tell Grimda. What was this to you? This was my career. You hardly seem to care about anything anyway. I'm sorry. Me too. Now we're gonna fucking fight. Good damn it, Aloth. You fucking suck. Aloth, why are you so terrible at everything?
Keeping an eye out.
What did I just get? A fine wand. And mildewed grimoire. What is this? Noxious burst? Gross. Quarterstaff of pure energy. Nice. I think those are all the same. Yeah. You should be able to back row him? What do you mean back row? Never say you're sorry to an NPC, but I was. Oh, Aloth.
Aye?
Aye? North to Kidnua, west to Defiance Bay. What about this way? Fireball is AoE damage versus low dex. Noxus Burst is AoE damage versus low con. Hmm. Where to now? Where's this to? Stormwall Gorge. No, it's rainy as heck. Oh. Whoa, it's a bear! A feral druid! Oh shit, there's some druids. Oh my god, is this the elk one? Oh, that's so cool. Look at the elk one, you guys.
We're losing people.
Feral druids? That just sounds mean.
I'm here.
I'll see what I can find. All right, then.
I know I could find, like, other quests by just, like, wandering off the beaten path, but, like, I don't know. I just really want to get to Deerford Village. I don't want to die. Druids could have small enclaves, I guess, but this fucker... No, he was an elk. He didn't hang out with an elk. He was an elk. A lioness. An elder lion. No, don't fuck with the lions. Don't fuck with the lions. Save. Okay, good. The path is beaten for a good reason. Yeah, we found it. A word, traveler.
Hail, traveler.
What are the odds? Stuck in this backwater only to meet the famed champion of Defiance Bay. Berith's wheel brings mercy today, indeed. Perhaps you could help. I don't suppose you saw a young elven noblewoman on the road. I'm stuck in this wretched place with the rest of my unit until we find her. I haven't seen anyone like that. Same as everyone else in this blazing village. Perhaps you could go speak with Lord Herond at the end anyway. He'll be grateful for the assistance, and it could be the locals will open up to you about his daughter's disappearance more than they have to us. Hey look, I already have a quest! thank you for 7 months in a row. Can we throw up some love and hype for Marvin? Villager, is this the end? Check the map, there's a friend you can recruit. I want friends. Ah, here we go. Sid.
I just want to find her.
Here we
Surely
go.
even you can understand that. We're decent folk, my lord.
Hail,
Perhaps
traveler.
you should leave and check the wilds.
Aw, thanks, Marvin. Hey, you're an adventurer, ain't you? People will trust you for sure. A redhead stands by the fire, tuning her lute and plucking its strings. She hums snatches of a melody as she goes. First time at the Drakagen? Normally I'd have a song ready, but I haven't quite worked out this tune yet. I'm writing some chants about the founding of this inn. Say, are you interested in the story? I haven't finished the chants, but I could tell you about it all the same. Fuck no, don't want to fucking do that. That sounds like bullshit. Oh, God. Get away from me forever. Lord Herond. The man wears a deer-style robe, simple but elegant. His fine leather shoes look like they were made for paddling around indoors, yet they're caked with mud. He yanks a lock of hair twined around his silk glove finger. His fine features are etched with anxiety.
My child is out there. Do they not understand? My lord, we're doing everything we can. Unfortunately, these villagers...
Beasts take them all. I don't care how you do it, but find her.
Your child is missing, I take it.
Yes, Lady Alice. My daughter.
Alice!
I've asked around, but nobody in this mud hole has any concerns beyond their swine. They turn my men away like beggars and seem downright pleased to be of no use. But you're not one of my soldiers. And you look like you're used to getting your hands dirty, if you don't mind my saying so.
What'd I do? My lord, a simple vagabond. If you find her, tell her I won't be upset with her. She can come back and all will be well. I just want to make sure my Alice, my child, is safe. Nothing in the world is more important to me. I'd like to ask a couple questions about your daughter.
Alice. Of course.
Describe Lady Alice. She's a striking young woman. Bears more resemblance to her mother than to me. She has auburn hair and delicate, well-bred features. She must be, 28 or 29 now? You don't know which one? She's your fucking daughter. Tell me about her disappearance. We'd stopped in Deerford for a few days. On our 4th evening here, I was making plans to continue our journey. Lady Alice was feeling unwell and went to bed. When I retired a couple of hours later, I found that she had vanished. None of my men had seen her go, and no one at the inn knew where she was. Since then, my people have been combing the village, but we've yet to find a clue, and the locals have been no help. Why did you and Alice come up to Deerford? It was merely a stop along the way to Ina's Rest. However, she took ill shortly before our arrival, so it seemed prudent to allow her a few days to recover. What's in Ina's Rest? Lady Alice has reached an age where it is prudent for her to marry. Given this legacy business, I can't let her fertile years slip by, nor do I want her womb to fester in the presence of so many hollowborn. There are better roads along the coast. Wouldn't it have been easier to follow them to Ina's Rest? If I thought that, I wouldn't be slogging through the forest, would I? The main roads are clogged with people fleeing one way or another to try to escape Wadewin's legacy. It would be difficult for a caravan like mine to pass without incident. At the time, it seemed prudent to move quietly along the back roads. It seems there would be more potential suitors in New Haemar or New Yarma. You think I haven't considered that? Arranging a suitable match is difficult. The best prospects for my child lay in Ina's Rest. Where's the rest of your family? Surely they wouldn't want to miss your daughter's betrothal. Lady Herond is ill-suited for travel, I'm afraid, and unfortunately, Alice has few other close relatives. My sister and her husband, Alice's aunt and uncle, of course, have been visiting Edir these past months. And as for siblings, Alis has none. My wife has only given birth to Hollowborn. Since Alis, that is. I see. Tell me about yourself.
I'm Lord Nestor Harrond of Defiance Bay.
Oh,
My
that's
family
gross,
has been
Scout
prominent there
Master.
since Imperial times. Our primary estate is on the outskirts of Brackenbury, but we have holdings in New Haomar as well. Those went to my sister and her husband.
I heard you arguing with the innkeeper.
A petty, small-minded man, just like the rest of them around here. I've been paying him an honest fee for board and bed, and yet he can't be bothered to stir himself to concern for my Alice.
Okay. Okay, bye. I don't want to listen. Eorn. Why, it's you. Thank you, friend. You've given me another chance, and I mean to make the most of it. I've been telling everyone around here how you helped me. Cool. What are you doing in the kitchen? Dangler, get you sorted out with food and drink. Okay, bye. Can I just talk to random villagers? Okay. Grieving Mother. Apothecary. Curry. Armory. Let's go there.
That's fragrant.
Oh, it's a tannery, right? You spent like an hour and a half looking for that Ewan guy? I can't find it anywhere. I never...
That's unusual.
Hey, what's up? I'll take care of our customer. Okay.
Hail and well met.
You looking to purchase some leather? What's in the collapsed tower? It's collapsed. Nothing. A few hides on stretching racks, and the tallow stench Dangler's always grumbling about. The rest of the keep's dust, just like the fool Lady Thanu who tried to hold it. There's a bard at the inn who'll tell you the whole blazing story if you want to hear it. What can you tell me about Alis? Only that her father's men have been banging down doors, stirring up trouble, looking for her. Never met her myself. Show me what you have for sale. Girdle of mortal protection. Ooh. Troll hide belt. +1 endurance per 3 seconds. Ooh. Also cool. Do you have any other stuff? No? Okay. Stay out of my private quarters. That goes for you and Heron's bootlookers. Oh.
Slowly now.
I'm really sneaky and you can't see me at all. Oops. Oops.
All right, then.
Gods keep you.
Wow. Blub, blub. Bye. Maybe he leaves eventually. I don't want to kill him. Potions
met,
for
friends.
sale. Just ventured into town. I'm about dry on some of my stocks, but you're welcome to have a look-see. Do you know anything about an Engwithan ruin nearby? Hard to throw a stone in the wilds without knocking over someone's sacred Hydra pillars. Smart travellers avoid him. But if you're really set on sightseeing, Bidimar could point you in the right direction. He keeps up the little temple in the northwest edge of town.
Hail and well met.
Actually, I'm looking for a missing noblewoman. Oh, that lord's daughter. She was a new shade of green when I seen her the other morning. Chatting with Triggle she was, just outside his shop. You're talking about morning sickness. Was she pregnant? Aye, and worked into a state about it she was. That girl was so sick she didn't even notice Triggle's stink. They offered her some herbs to take care of the problem, though it might save her some trouble with her old man, but she wouldn't have it. What was wrong with her? No offense, but I hardly know you. I'm not one for gossip, and I certainly don't want to cause the poor girl any trouble. Lord Heron said she was ill from travel. That weren't no road sickness. Trust me, I know it when I see it.
Hail, traveler.
You said your supplies are limited. What happened? It's the damn roads. Can't reach none of my suppliers, so I'm stuck with whatever I can scrounge up in the wood. Deercap, river reed, and the like. That's well and good, but most potions require something stronger, too. Troll's skin, vessel bone, what have you. And then there's the really rare ingredients, things you'll never be able to afford, let alone find on your own. What did you find? I've been keeping an eye on a drake's nest east of town at Deerford Crossing. The beast stayed just long enough to lay a clutch and moved on. Thank the Sky Mother it wasn't a full-grown dragon. Fresh eggs are much more useful than the ones that get passed between merchants or left in nests for weeks or more. And that clutch looked to be at its peak. Thought I'd see about getting an egg, but I didn't realize so many of them have already hatched. Or that young worms are so territorial. I could get one for you. I sure hope you're not leading me on. I don't think I could stand getting burned again. If you really mean to go after it, I'd certainly pay you. Just remember, big as they are, dragon eggs are fragile, and there's a lot more I can do with a whole one. How did you get burned? By the flame. How bad does it look? Just say it. I know you'll tell me straight. Relax, it's not that bad. I know a kind nothing when I hear it, but thanks. I told you about my run-in with the worms. I reckon you put the rest together already. What's wrong with the roads? Brigands, looters, you name it. The gods may be hollering out our babies, but it's grown folk that's rubbing out the rest of us. People are scrambling to Defiance Bay because they hear there's healthy births there. And all those refugees in abandoned homes attract desperate sorts like flies on dog shit. Okay. I don't fucking care. I don't fuck with you. Dragon egg in a basket? I would never lead you on, but Aloth totally would. Hey, it's only because he's inhabited by a... I love how you can look...
You should see this.
You can look in and disarm stuff, but you can't actually, like, take it or it's stealing. White leaf. Who are you? God damn it. I'm not here. Aloth has been caught stealing. Oh no, Aloth, you were caught stealing. Oh. That's fucking shitty. Aloth, how dare you? How could you do such a thing? Aloth. The middle-aged peasant woman is dressed in a brown leather cloth draped down to her knees. Her hands are working at separating stringy, colorless vegetables in a pile before her, stripping the heads off long, fibrous stems with a paring knife. She discards the stems one by one, placing the heads of the vegetables into a small, cradle-like basket in front of her. She doesn't greet you as you approach. You're not sure she even knows you're there. Excuse me? The woman doesn't respond. She keeps stripping the heads from the vegetables with a steady rhythm. She may be deaf. There's no indication she heard you. At first glance, she seems nothing more than a middle-aged woman, unremarkable, maybe less stern than most, who seems more focused on the weaving in her lap than her surroundings. Yet, you suddenly notice she's not stripping the vegetables before her any longer, and she's weaving, but the vegetable pots are now missing. She still pays you no mind, her brown locks torn and snagged from a lack of washing, like many of the townsfolk you've seen. There's a strange blur to her. Even the motions of her hands seem to be playing with threads that lack color, and a shape that lacks interest. It may be that she's half-minded or deaf, but something feels wrong. As you watch, her knitting takes on an odd cadence, and you have a terrible suspicion that something lurks beneath what your eyes are showing you. Her brown hair is long, almost impossibly to the length of her hands. As you follow the streams of her locks downwards, the hair becomes long and black, splitting off into threads of black and silver wrapping around her hands. She is forming a soul cradle with the threads, braiding a net in front of you, each finger long and sharp like a series of knitting needles, almost hypnotic. The silver and black strands of her hair weave together, with silver predominating as a highlight, the black shadowing it. And suddenly, you're calm. You are on a plateau, almost the height of a tower, several stories high. The plateau is like a table lying beneath a clear sky, and beneath the plateau, surrounding it in all directions, a forest, hazy with mist. Although whether it is actual mist or distance or a recollection, resting in the curve of a natural arch above you is a great copper bell, half again the size of a man, hanging at attention as if looking down on you and the event unfolding before you. The plateau has soaked in the sun, and the rock beneath you is rough and warm. The sky forms a cradle around you. You feel different, not disembodied, but you feel your body. Your physical contours have changed along with the surroundings. And you hear a soft series of chimes, like wind chimes. At the sound, the scene gains color and texture, as if the sound is beckoning you gently forth, filling your senses and thoughts like mist roiling softly into a sealed chamber. And the chime coaxes you deeper into the memory, and you're certain it's a memory, a warm one. You're on the stone of the plateau, your knees on the warm texture of the ground, silver, white, shimmering like Adra. The plateau is formed of it, glistening in the sun. You can feel the heat on your skin, your wrists, and your hands. Your hands are in motion, weaving, not thread, but gathering, tenderly moving along the first movements of Barath's wheel. Your hands are wet. Your hands are upon the flesh of a newborn child, and you can feel the crowning of a tiny head turning in your grip, its head slick, wet from the womb. The hands you are wearing, inhabiting, have done this many times, and they are practiced and confident. You can feel distant pains in your own head as the head emerges, a stream of fluid from the womb helping the newborn slide forth, and a woman's labored breathing crying out. As your hands move, you hear the sound of chimes, clear, cutting through the haze of memory. You cannot see where they're coming from, but they are close, and they are meant as a comfort, of that you are certain. And coaxed by your hands, every movement causing the chimes to sound again, almost eagerly the child comes forth, and as it does, your hands are in motion, weaving, moving along the length of a soft, wet rope. No, an umbilical cord from the legs of the naked woman before you. You are holding a small child, still wet from the womb, before you. The child cries out, its cry full of life, full of soul, the ringing of chimes echoing in its thoughts, filling it with its welcome. The soul is blurred at the edges, as if you were viewing a soul from within a soul, but it's there. It's alive. The woman before you is weeping, and at her first cry, her hands reach out for it. You surrender the child to her, something you have done many times before, and as your hands move, the chimes echo the movement, and you realize the chimes are hanging from cords on your wrists, and where once they echoed in the memory, they are now echoing in the child's mind as well. The chimes are intended to welcome the child, to be its first gentle greeting into the world, a soothing sound guided by the tender motion of your wrists. You are helping to weave its thoughts, its perceptions, and the experience. The experience. The woman laughs with ragged joy, laughing from a parched throat. Her emotions seem soothed, but the physical demands of labor have left her exhausted. But the child is here. The child is safe. And all atop the plateau is peaceful, calm, distant, flattening out as the memory persists. With effort, the scene bleeds of color, and your mind becomes your own again. There is no pull, no anchor, yet the sound of the chimes remains. As they existed in the memory, they sound here as well, and they are hanging from woven braids on the wrists of the woman before you. Even as your head is spinning from the touch of her mind, the sound of the chimes on her wrists is sharp and clear, as if coaxing you back into the real world. The woman still sits before you, but she is nothing like what you first saw. She's wearing black, shredded garments that drape over her form like streamers. Her hair is streaks of black and run through with silver. Her age is almost impossible to tell. She simply feels old, like a crumbled watchtower. As she lifts her head to face you, you see that her hair is draped across the front of her face like a veil. What you first saw of her was a mental glamour of some sort, unconscious, and you realize what you see is not what the world sees, and you are perhaps the first to see her true self. Still, you don't sense a threat in the realization. If anything, you feel a sense of relief from the figure. You can hear her thoughts, and she is glad at last to be seen. What was that?
I am seen, but the eyes of others do not remember. You were the first to see me as I am, the call stripped aside.
There is a light touch on your mind, a caress, and her left hand mirrors the motion of the touch, reaching up to the air between you. You hear the chime on her wrist sound softly. Her hand moves as if pantomiming, resting on your cheek at a distance, and she speaks softly and slowly.
Your memories. The cadence of wheels on a caravan track. Fever. Questions by running water. Violence in a night's campfire. Arrows in the dark. And fleeing. Falling rock and cracking stone. And a storm. The storm. The storm that brushed you. Did its screaming wake you from your mind's cradle? Your memory of it is painful. Its cry is difficult to ignore. It's like a child. Many children crying out.
Can you stop reading my mind, please, you creeper? Be cautious what you read in my mind without my leave. Her hands withdraw shyly, the chime sounding softly once again. The woman stands uncertainly, as if she's been sitting for some time, or is too weak to bear her own weight. You notice her cheekbones are tight, her face gaunt. Yet while her stance is weak, she seems determined to stand before you.
You are able to see me.
It is almost a question. You suddenly realize she doesn't seem to know what you saw when you looked at her. The image on the plateau. Yet the image was so clear, so sharp, you're surprised she didn't feel you there.
To see me is a rare gift. A watcher's gift.
How was I able to enter your dream?
So many questions, thoughts whirling like storm winds. That storm still roars through you, deep beneath your thoughts, yet muted and secret, like an underground river. I cannot tell if it is carving new channels, or eroding what keeps your true strength buried. The fact that you could hear it at all, survive it, is something few have ever done. Your power will grow stronger with each soul you touch, as it allowed you to reach out to mine.
There is a silence, and although it seems to last for but a heartbeat, in your thoughts it stretches out between the two of you like a pole between your minds. You blink, take a breath, and then you realize she wants to ask you a question, yet can't form the words, as if assembling them is painful, or simply are not enough pieces. Do you wish to travel with me? You feel a wave of fear, gusted with the strength of relief, although oddly her expression does not change. Then the fear dissipates, and you feel strength and certainty, as if the plateau from her memory lies beneath you, and a calm sky looks down upon you. What a fucking creeper! You're not really helping enough. Let's get the creeper. I'm sorry, the fox. What is she?
Your thoughts must flow deeply indeed.
What is she? She's a cipher. Cool. Damage They begin with a physical attack and then focus on using powers that emphasize damage. As a secondary emphasis, crowd control abilities. Focuses on using powers that emphasize personal or support defense, like Psycho Vampiric Shield, Pain Link, Body Attunement, Pain Block. I think we should do crowd control with her. And then we'll go back to damage. No, we should do support with her. Let's see. We have aggressive. We have support. We should do damage then. We have summoner. Damage with him. And she is crowd control. Ciphers. Smack things, dominate fools. She's a creep. She's a weirdo. She's great. What are you talking about? Second, set the drop down to aggressive on everybody. I don't want them to attack things I don't want to be attacked. I want to choose what gets attacked.